University. I'm majoring in fire protection and safety, and I'm going to give you guys a real quick summary of what to do in the case of a fire or tornado. What to do in the case of a fire or tornado. Okay, Burleson, Texas has its own severe weather plan, and weather is the #1 safety concern in Burleson, Texas, according to Brent Bello, the emergency manager at the fire department. The reason that weather is #1 concern is because tornado paths are going to be unpredictable, and there's no way to tell what the destruction is going to be related to a tornado. Historically, Burleson has had a 254% higher chance of getting struck by a tornado than the average U.S. state, and that's because of the right of Tornado Alley. This is Tornado Alley right here. You can see it starts in northern Texas and moves all the way up to Minnesota. Any of the states in Tornado Alley are going to be at a much higher risk of being hit by a tornado, so they need to have proper preparation, obviously. Burleson, Texas has 4 different threat column levels, and this has been initiated by Brent Battle as well. Threat column level is just an internal weather-related risk assessment, and you go ahead to the next one. Alpha is going to be your first threat column level, and the way this works is an alpha threat column level would be a day like today. It's just real hot, there's nothing really going on, no chance of severe weather other than heat-related injuries. And at an alpha level threat column, what's going to happen? How are you doing? Are you guys here for the tornado? Are you guys here for the presentation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. You guys, we just got started.
You guys can pull those chairs over if you want.
There you go. No problem. I'm just explaining right now the threat column levels in Burleson, Texas, and the threat column level is an internal weather assessment that's initiated by the fire department and is distributed out through the police station and all the other offices in Burleson, Texas, and it kind of gets everybody prepared for what they're going to do during a tornado. And alpha is the first level of threat column, which I was explaining. It's kind of like a day like today. There's no real severe weather emergencies or anything you have to be worried about other than hot weather. So, Bravo is your second threat column level. At a Bravo threat column level, there's thunderstorms anticipated, but it's not likely there's going to be any severe damage associated with these storms. So at a Bravo threat column level, the fire department might contact the police chief and maybe the parks manager so they can prepare for park shutdown or game shutdown if they would need to like that. Still not very extensive there. Charlie is your third level of threat column. During Charlie, you've got the possibility for severe storms and flash floods. At a Charlie level threat column, the fire department's notified, as well as all the emergency officers and emergency management throughout the city. The fire department's going to prepare bulldozers and really quick response trucks with quick stack dispatch, which is basically just preparing for an emergency deal. So in a Charlie level situation, you're going to see like on your weather map, it's going to say tornado warning or tornado watch, flash flood watch, stuff like that. And then Delta is the highest level of threat column for Burleson, Texas. During a Delta level threat column, you can pretty much expect the apocalypse to come down. You know, you're going to be hearing sirens, you're going to be experiencing real severe weather. And during a Delta level threat column, the whole emergency response team for Burleson, Texas, the fire department, the police station, et cetera, they're all going to be on standby, just ready to roll out as soon as they can. And that's just kind of an idea of what's happening inside the emergency management for Burleson, Texas. This is the storm radar. This is a picture of the tornado that recently hit Joplin, Missouri. You can kind of see right here that activity. And if you ever see on a storm radar, I know that I didn't really know what to look for on a storm radar. I was just kind of looking for different colors. But if you ever see something like this, or like that, coming towards you, pretty good idea to start initiating your preparations for your tornado or severe storms. I'm going to cover where to take cover, who to call, what not to do, and what to have to be prepared for a tornado or severe weather. Where to take cover. Okay, as you guys are probably aware, you don't want to take cover on the third-story apartment if you guys are in the third-story apartment. Are you guys in the third-story apartments, anybody? Second story? Love house right here. Because this obviously has some interior walls in the gym area. You want to stay away from the windows though, so be sure you stay away from the windows. And this would be a good place to take cover. And I spoke with Mark Mentor, and he said that he was a courtesy officer here, and he said that he would be okay with opening up the clubhouse for shelter during severe storms. And another pro about being in here as opposed to in the apartment complex is the setup of the apartment complex actually makes a barrier around the clubhouse, and that's a big concern during tornadoes. It's going to stop debris from getting to you. So that's going to be a good way to go. But also you want to keep in mind that no matter where you take cover during a tornado, there's a possibility that something's going to happen and it's not going to be the right place to be. So all you can really do is prepare yourself the best that you can, and that is by definitely getting out of the third-story apartment. If you're in your vehicle, get out of your vehicle. Take cover either in a ditch if you're outside. Just get yourself out of the path of the storm, basically. Emergency shelters. I spoke with Brent Mallow, the emergency officer for Burleson, Texas, and asked if they have emergency storm-rated shelters to go to in the case of a tornado. And they have 5 of them in Burleson. But the thing is that they're not available to you until after the storm is hit. So once the storm's hit, they open these shelters up for you to go to take. Like if the apartment complex has been locked down, this is where you guys will be taken in one of these 5 areas. Also, if you're in one of these 5 areas during a storm, or if you guys have kids or know anybody who has kids that say that they're in school when a tornado is coming, they might want to go pick up the kids from school and bring them to them. That's the worst thing you can do because they're in one of the 5 best places to be in Burleson, Texas in the event of a storm. So these are the 5 places. Pearl Middle School, obviously all the schools in Burleson, Texas, Burleson Adventist, Burleson High School, Church of Christ, and the First Baptist Church, with the addresses following. Obviously this is the position you want to take, the position of cover during a tornado. Cover the back of your head to protect your brainstem from falling objects. Stay in the fetal position. Basically the best place to be is going to be under a sturdy object. A real sturdy table would be good. And once again, when you're in this position, when you're taking cover of all of it, you want to be away from any sort of windows, power lines, anything that could cause a threat to you. So, good call. Once the tornado is hit, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you're just going to have to kind of wait it out, and then if you see any emergencies or anything afterwards, as soon as the tornado's passed, call 911. What not to do? Do not get in your car and try to outrun a storm. Can't do it. This is really don't have a chance of going over foot. Don't stay in a local apartment. Can't stress that enough. Don't take cover in your windows, and don't go near any power lines. What to have? Apartments should have emergency response kits. I've got these on the handouts there. This is a good idea. Once you can have in your kit, you can alter it any way you want to, obviously, but at the minimum, you want to have a portable radio to keep up to date on the contact people. Harmful shoes is very important because after the hits, green path, most likely you don't want to have sandals or anything on where you could be in danger, hurting yourself, walking to safety. General hygiene kit, flashlight, whistle in case you're stuck somewhere and need to get somebody's attention, and any medication that you would need on a daily basis. Okay, this is a picture I got off the internet, Joplin, Missouri. You guys kind of check this out. Kind of looks similar to the layout of our apartment, right? That's exactly like it is. Can you go back to that one real quick? This is before the tornado's hit. You can see, it's 3-story apartments, clubhouse in the middle, pool, and then after the tornado's hit, this is what it looked like afterwards. As you can see, all the upper apartments are completely gone. Even the clubhouse is gone. Which is why I was saying that, you can't really predict the best place to be there. If you can't get to the first floor of the clubhouse, take cover in the breezeway on the first floor. So, all the cars are scattered, parking lots destroyed. So once again, the only place that you would have been safe there would have been the first floor. And this is one more picture, just the aftermath of the tornado, how damaging they can be. So, pretty serious. Fire prevention. I'm going to go over a little bit of fire safety real quick, and we'll wrap this up. What puts you at risk, how can you be prepared, and what you can do to find yourself facing a fire. Okay, what puts you at risk? If you're a smoker, you're always at an increased risk of having a fire. Smoking was actually the #1 cause of fire-related deaths in the United States. And it's gone down since they've come up with new cigarettes and they have a burn time of 1 minute. But it's still going to put you at an increased risk. If you cook often in your own kitchen, and you're pretty good cook, have it on lots, so I don't do a lot of that except the microwave. But if you where you can meet up with everybody in your apartment, you should have a fire extinguisher in your apartment, just a regular class ABC fire extinguisher. They can also be found on either side of the breezeway. On the far end and the near end, there's going to be a fire extinguisher right there, so if you guys are in need of a fire extinguisher and don't have one, there's going to be a dry chemical ABC fire extinguisher there, which is going to be good for ember-related fires, liquid fires, or electrical fires. So, and also, do you regularly check your smoke alarms? I know they beep at you sometimes. It might be tempting to take that battery out of there, but keep the battery in them, because suppression detection is #1 defense against fires. And if you have children, are they informed side of the breezeway. And if the fire is spreading rapidly, obviously don't try and control it. Don't try to be superhero. Probably can't put that fire out. Old fire department. This is the class ABC fire extinguisher I was talking about. It's basic. It's a chemical fire extinguisher, dry chemical fire extinguisher, and it's really effective against pretty much any small fires as long as they're either indoor, liquid, or electric.